My name is Hira Hosèn, and I'm here to catalyze global ascension. And I make vlogs about ascension and awakening in daily life. And I was thinking for 2 weeks, what can I vlog about? And I know a lot of you have asked me to vlog about karma and free will, and I'm getting prepared for that one because it's not. It's easy, but it's not, it's karma and free will. It's quite a big topic, so it's coming. It's getting ready within me, and then I'll vlog about it. What I really, really feel that I would love to vlog about is the tiny space of the heart. And I was actually amazed today when that topic came through to vlog about it. I was like, wow, I've never made a vlog about the tiny space of the heart. That's totally amazing because it's about the biggest topic, the most beautiful thing I could vlog about. So here we go. I'm in Ibiza, by the way. I live here with my beautiful family, and I'm very happy. And here you have some of the sea and the rocks and the wildness of this island. So the tiny space of the heart. The very first time I discovered the tiny space in this lifetime consciously is during a workshop with Trunvalo Melchizedek, and it was actually during teacher training that I really entered it. And it was it was in Sedona. We were with 100 different people that were all trained to become teachers, and the energy was amazing. It was a very strong energy, so that was what was helping me to actually move my consciousness from my brain into my heart and then into the tiny space. So I'm going to talk to you about it because we all have it in our hearts, and it's one of those amazingly forgotten abilities or tools or a part of our being which we have forgotten. And so I cannot exactly guide you in it. I do that during my workshops, which are from the School of Remembering from Trunvalo Melchizedek. I cannot just tell you exactly how to enter it because I would violate the rules of my school. But what I can do is that I will speak about it, and then intuitively you can find your own way, because it is in your own heart, right? It's not complicated. It's there, so you can discover it yourself. The methods we use during workshop are definitely effective, but it doesn't mean it's the only way. There's millions and millions and millions of ways to enter the tiny space. So just to be clear, what it is that we are talking about is we have in our heart two spaces, and we call them the sacred spaces of the heart. And so once you enter, so you let your consciousness, you leave your head or wherever your consciousness normally resides, or your center of awareness or your viewpoint, and you make it move through your body into your physical heart, where you have two spaces, okay? And it's a beautiful process to actually go into your heart space and to feel what that feels like, and to actually start living from that beautiful space. So there's, as I said, millions of ways how you can go in there. Also, it is not only for the highly advanced spiritual people. We are a lot of times in there. It's just that we are not maybe conscious about it. Children, for example, are almost constantly, if they have a life where they are not suffering, they're almost constantly in their hearts. So don't look for a specific vibration, don't look for a specific something like a method, or expect a certain thing to happen. The best way is just to go like a child and to be open, and to be open for whatever the experience will bring you, and also to be patient with yourself. And so in that sacred space, so the ones that have talked about the tiny space the first time is the Upanishads. So the Upanishads are The people that lived in India before the Hinduism and everything, it must have been around 7,000 years ago. I'm not sure, you have to check it. The Upanishads have been writing down a lot of what they did. You know, I don't know how they written it down on papyrus or something like this, or or maybe even on stones. I have no idea. What I do know is that, and you can Google this, so you can find text of the Upanishads, you can buy books and even music and beautiful things. And they've written down their experience of their living within their tiny space of the hearts. So Upanishad, I will put it below in a link so you can look it up. Now, so they called it the tiny space of the heart. So this tiny space of the heart, we use the same words because, and it's kind of ironic in a way to call it tiny space because there's only one tiny space. Although when I enter it and you enter it and anybody else enters it, it always looks different. It can look the same every time you enter it or different, but it looks different for me as it does for you because I have a different perception of things than you, and your heart will speak to you in a different way with different symbolics and different, different ways, different images, different dreams. So it's kind of ironic to call it tiny space because it's not tiny at all. You know, once you enter it, you will have an experience. But we call it tiny space because once you are in the sacred space and you want to enter into the tiny space, that's where this can actually be perceived as a very small thing, like a door or something, you know. And I don't want to tell you too much about it because it will influence you. If I use the word door, I have never seen a door, so people will start looking for a door. So let's just keep it symbolic, yeah. So maybe it could be like a door, and you enter it. The things you can go in and out of your tiny space, and the way to know that you are actually in there is that the frequency, the vibration in that tiny space goes up another octave as the sacred space. So you can maybe hear it. Some people can hear it. You can feel it. You can feel the vibration going up, like or down, like in the sacred space. I would just suggest to just completely just really experiment with this. And if the mind comes in and doubts, because this is the question I get most of the time in the workshops, one of the first questions that comes is, yeah, but what if I'm just imagining it? Then I always say, just keep on imagining it, because in that world, in the world where we exist in non-physical form, everything starts and everything is imagination. So then just go for it, imagine it, and while you're imagining it, this experience will become real. And the more that you go in there, and the more that you live in the tiny space of your heart, the more that you actually know, oh, I'm there. And for some people, this can be a very emotional or very an experience with a lot of phenomena, and for others, it's very quiet, very peaceful, incredibly silent. So, you know, from the whole scale, from very silent to a lot of phenomena, never think that you are wrong. Just go with the experience you're having. And if it's too much, you stop, you relax, and you try it again the next day or a week later or something like this. So, yeah, I wanted to say much more about it. I had a lot of things coming through, but for the moment, I think shouldn't make my vlog too long. So I think that's it. So intuitively, try to find this beautiful space and intuitively move your consciousness into your heart. You can also do it with dream imagery or another method. You know, there's many methods out there, and I'm sure you will find your way. So I'm very happy to share this with you, and I hope it may change your vibration in a higher frequency, because that's what Ascension is all about. It's all about raising the signature, your vibrational signature, to a more refined level. And going into the tiny space is the most direct way, because the tiny space is the source of all life. So it is entering and being that source of all life. So, and from there you can create many, many different things that you hold with the mind for impossible. So have fun, enjoy. If you want to experiment it with me, I give workshops all over the world, and you're very welcome to join. And that's it. I love you very much. See you for the next vlog. Maybe. I hope so. Namaste.